I'm joining in Vlogstars again this month, and this month is all about things that wind you up. And this is run by Colette, Out Going on Adventure, and Katy on Wait Katy Did. So here goes. You know, I've actually got myself a glass of wine because I thought to myself, even just talking about them ends up winding me up. So I might need to have a sip of wine just to get through me talking about the things that wind me up. So, number one is people who just leave their rubbish lying around, and who fly tip and leave huge things like mattresses and fridges and freezers and spoil our countryside. Because I just think, why can't you A, just take your rubbish home, and B, dispose of it yourself? If it's your rubbish, you get rid of it. Don't spoil the countryside and litter it and leave other people to sort out your mess. So that's number one, and it does irritate me when you're going for a nice walk and people have just left their picnic wrappers. If you've taken it there, then take it home. Don't just leave it there lying on the floor for somebody else to sort it out. So number one is litter and fly tipping. Number two is similar to lots of you, which is dangerous driving. I think I put up a post the other last week about people overtaking on slow, windy roads, on a bend with another car coming. It's probably something that's close to my heart because my uncle got killed doing that, with somebody doing that. So I really just think, why? You're never going to get to anywhere any faster. And as my granny always used to say, better to be late in this world than early in the next. And if there's a traffic jam and you can't get anywhere in a hurry, what is the point in driving dangerously? And tied in with my dangerous driving is, and this is specific to me, the M3. We live off the M3. We drive up and down the M3 an awful lot. And at the moment, it is driving me mad because it is shut every single night, and we get sent off down the A30, and then sometimes they even shut the M25, so then you have to go off sort of down country lanes. And then like last weekend, which is when this incident happened, they shut the M3 completely all weekend. So I know they've got to do roadworks, but these roadworks have been going on for years, and whenever you're driving past, there doesn't seem to be an awful lot of work happening. So the M3 and its roadworks is just driving me mad, because you just think, get on with it. So dangerous driving and roadworks is number two. I don't think actually there's a number to this one, so I might have actually done more than I need to do. Number three is people not being polite. I was brought up with, you know, always remembering to say please, thank you, and if you're in a shop, you know, remembering your manners. And I always, that even sort of on back to my road, even when you let somebody out because you sort of think, oh, they need to come out, and then they don't bother to thank you. I know it's a little thing, but it just makes people feel better if they put themselves out for you, just for you to at least acknowledge it and just say thank you. And I suppose I see it a lot at work. So I'm always encouraging the children at school to remember their manners and say please and thank you. And I know my dad used to say, manners maketh man. I'm not a man, but, you know, that's the saying that has stuck with me. So that was number three. Number four. Now this is a real, I live in a household, and in fact, just even thinking about it, I'm going to have to take a sip of wine because it just, I despair. I do use my pleases and my thank yous, but I still live with 3 men, or 2 at the moment, and oh, they just don't get it, do they, men? They're incompetent at just sort of domestic chores and doing things. So a year ago, I think I made a vlog about the trouble with towels, where 11 towels came out of my son's bedrooms. Well, I have just picked this one, which is wet, off my son's floor. What is the trouble with not just picking up and taking it to a bathroom and hanging it on a heated rail? I just don't get it. And then the other one is these. You know, there's a bin in the toilet, and yet these just get dropped on the floor, or they get put on the side, like there's some sort of lovely decoration, and yet the bin is just there in front of them that they could actually put the empty toilet roll into. But they don't think about that, because it's just easier to just chuck it on the side and somebody else will do it. And it's the same with packets. I mean, you can go to the fridge, you'll think, or the cupboard, and you'll think that there's lots of food in there. Then you open the packet, there's nothing there. It's just empty packaging, and yet they haven't taken it out and put it in the bin. What's the matter with them? And then there's the thing where you empty the dishwasher. You think, right, well, they won't do that, so I'll empty the dishwasher. But you still go into the kitchen and you find things just sitting on the top, because they haven't bothered to look and see if the dishwasher is dirty or clean, because so it's those silly things. They are silly, they're very small, but they're the sort of little things that build up to make you just go, oh, and I live with them all. Love them dearly, but it's just painful, and it winds me up big time. I have to really bite my teeth. Sometimes I don't. Now the next one is there's a couple of teacher wind-ups. So this is a teacher wind-up, and as a teacher I get wound up even by parents who are disgruntled about stuff at school, but instead of coming in to talk to the teacher or the school or whatever, they decide to post it on social media. We all read social media, so we always read the complaints and the problems and the issues, and usually the parents have either got the wrong end of the stick, or they've been misinformed, or there's a reason for why something's happened. But instead of finding out and getting the background knowledge and getting what, they just put it on social media as this has happened, and you just sort of think, why didn't they just come in and talk to either the teacher or the head teacher or the school office, whoever it was, and sort it out that way, rather than putting it on social media, because that then impacts so many ways, and people make judgments, and part of the time they've got it wrong anyway. So that's one little disgruntledness. And then, what was my other disgruntledness? The other one is, I don't like it when children smile when they're getting told off. I'm afraid that does wind me up. That's a little minor one, but it does wind me up when children smile. So that's another one. And my last one, so there's probably 7 altogether-ish, with a little bit of added ones, is excessive swearing by parents in front of children, only because children pick it up and then they bring it into school, and then we have the issue of trying to sort it out. So, and sometimes parents just swear every other word and in front of children, and I just think, is it really necessary? And also parents or people who are swearing really loudly in front of children, and I just think that really one should have a little bit of consideration. So I don't know whether that makes me sound like a right old grump, and a little bit of a, I don't know, but anyway, those are all the things that wind me up. some of them are the same as other people and some may be different, I don't know. But anyway, I've talked about them and now I'm going to have a glass of wine to just bring my blood pressure down and help me sort of calm down just by talking about them. Anyway, hopefully I'll join you again next month, and keep following Honestly Fiona. I don't make as many videos and vlogs as some of you because I'm too busy doing, working or performing, but I do when I can. Bye. Much needed.